And hello and good evening and welcome here to Sacramento, California as OKC Comets baseball is on the air here on 1340 The Game, 1340thegame.com, or on the iHeartRadio app. Welcome, everybody. It's great to have you with us for this incredible day. Dean DeVoe is here in Sacramento, California, producer and engineer. In our 1340 studios is Chloe Erickson, as the Comets are taking on the Sacramento River Cats. It's Game 3 of a 6-game set. The Comets come into today. I had to take care of something real quickly. Comets coming today at 47-30, 2-0 in the second half. River Cats 34-43, 0-2 in the second half.
Live from Sutter Health Park in West Sacramento, the Sacramento River Cats.
And I will go ahead and mute the announcer because I'm not want to hear him talking while I'm talking. First pitch about to get underway as the Comets. It's the starter for the River Cats, as you see his stats there.
Leading off for Oklahoma City, the center fielder.
Josue De Paula, 240 average, 10 homers, 22 RBIs, batting left.
Something for the effort. Gone. It's the 0-1 offering.
Next pitch.
That one.
There's a ground ball over the third baseman, over the first. One away here in the top of the first inning. Here's the defense for the River Cats from left to right. Goes Yara Pomares, Luis Matos, and the right fielder Hunter Bishop. Third baseman David Villar, shortstop Oslavis Basabe. Second baseman Brent Auerbach. First baseman is Matt Higgins, and the catcher is Tom Murphy. One away here in the first inning. 60 degrees, clear skies, winds blowing to center field at 3 miles an hour. Your umpires are Larry Bullard. He's on-plate umpire for James Kingsley at first, Gary Simmons at second, Patrick Johnson at third.
Bit for a simple ground out. Nice pitching.
Thompson.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jordan Thompson. Hitless in 4 at-bats.
Jordan Thompson is up. You saw his stats there. It's called for a strike. No score, just underway here in the top of the first.
Fastball for a strike.
It's called for a strike.
Looks a little too passive against him right now, and he took advantage with 2 straight fastballs for strikes. Now the pitcher's in the driver's seat.
The 0-2. That's low ball 1.
With 2 strikes.
Yesterday was a rough day for the River Cats. They went hitless until the bottom of the 8th, even though the Comets still won 8-1.
And there's a ball.
That's outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count now.
That's ball 3, David Bodie on deck. 3-2. That's fouled away.
Now the payoff pitch.
2.
Fights it
Fouled
off.
away.
1 out and the base is empty.
1 away, base is empty here.
Gets a piece,
and that's fouled away.
Swing and a ball.
That's a ground ball, base hit. That's going to go in the right center field. Most of the field's in the sunshine.
was such
I'll change as the night goes along.
Good job to stay back on that one and not roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, then drop the bat head on it and ripped it the other way for a knock. Here's the third baseman, David Bodie. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Runner at first, one away.
Runner at first, nobody at one away here in the first. Here's a line drive to left field. Palmares going back to the wall will make the catch, and there's two away here in the top of the first.
The first baseman, Ryan Ward.
I'll bring up Ryan Ward.
Digging in for the Comets.
229 average, 12 homers, 41 RBIs, batting left. First pitch is outside. Comets in their gray jerseys. OKC on the left side with a shooting Comet C. OK in blue letters with the light blue outline. As that's down low for a strike. Red numbers on the front, blue numbers on the back. Gray pants, blue hats, light blue brims. The baseball hitting the Comet C on the front. That's 2 balls and 1 strike. Black wants to get a new baseball, and he will.
Pickoff move to first.
Over to first, not in time.
Runner on the move.
That's popped up. Third baseman is under it. Makes the catch out in the inning. No runs, a hit, and a runner left.
Bottom of the first.
Bottom of the first coming up. Excuse me. No score here at Sacramento.
Welcome back. And towing the slab, number 67. You can see from the numbers that he's done a good job limiting
Zach Penrod, the starting pitcher for the Comets.
250 against him. It's not all about the strikeouts when you do that. You have to move your pitches around, mix speeds, and keep hitters off balance. He'll do well if he can execute like
That's
that.
the stats with Oklahoma City and Worcester. 213 average, 23. 2 homers, 23 RBIs for Oslavis Basave. First pitch for Penrod. Here's a fly ball to left field. Looks like it will be caught by Aline. 1 away here in the first. Defense for the Comets from left to right are as follows. They are Chris Aline, Josue De Paula, and John Rhodes. Third baseman David Bodie. Shortstop is Jordan Thompson. Second baseman Aaron Broncho. First baseman Ryan Ward. The catcher is James McCann.
Gone.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Marco
Luciano, 232 average, no homers, 14 RBIs. Batting right. Penrod's first pitch. Way outside. One 0. That's called first strike. This pitch swinging and a miss, strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
A 1-2 count. Here's the next pitch. Popped up to right field. Rhodes is under it, will make the catch for the second out of the inning.
Batting third, the center fielder, Luis Matos.
Luis Matos, 228 average, 3 homers, 8 RBIs, batting right. Rod's first pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman, Bodie over the first, and the River Cats down in order. We go to the second. No score between the River Cats and the Comets.
Leading off for Oklahoma City, the catcher, James.
250 average, 2 homers, 6 RBIs for James McCann. He's batting right. First pitch for Black, 17 pitches, and it's called for a strike on his 18th. River Cats in their home whites. River Cats across the front in red maroon letters with the that's out of the way. With the golden black outline, they have black. They have maroon. Colors are also maroon, gold, and black, as that's the fly ball to left field. And that ball is going to be off the top of the wall. And over to third, it's going to be a double for James McCann.
The second baseman, Aaron.
As Aaron Broncho will be up. Back to the jerseys, by the way, for the River Cats. They have maroon, black, and gold on the shoulders. Same with the numbers on the back. Red numbers on the back, black letters on the back. White pants, red hats and brims with a black RC with gold outlines on the front. As there's Broncho's first pitch called for a strike. 232 average, 12 homers, 32 RBIs. It's outside. An hour ago, the gates were open for a 6:45 start. One is the count. Black's next pitch. Popped up. Catcher is under it. He'll make the catch. One away in the second.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Armando Alvarez.
EH is Armando Alvarez. 24 average, 8 homers, 23 RBIs with Oklahoma City and St. Paul combined. Batting right. First pitch. Low ball 1. Here's a fly ball to left field, and it's going to go foul. Just missed a home run. One. Here's a blooper to right field. That's going to go foul. Line drive base hit. That's going to go all the way to the wall. That will already score a run. Alvarez will head to second. We'll stop there. It's an RBI double for Alvarez and a 1-0 Comets lead.
Number 5, John Rose.
Oh, 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away in the second. That's Chris Allen, 187 average, 6 homers, 15 RBIs, batting left. The 0-1. That's a ground ball to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That will score a run. It'll be an RBI single for Chris Allen, and it's 2-0 Oklahoma City here in the second. Now we'll bring up Josue De Paula. First pitch. Outside ball 1.
1 ball, no strike. Hey, Shay! Nope, all 2.
Outside ball 2.
Hey!
Two balls and a strike. Next pitch. That's found away. Another foul ball.
Okay.
There's a line drive to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to bounce all the way to the wall. That will score a run. And it's 3-0 Oklahoma City on an RBI double for De Paula.
Shortstop, Jordan Thompson.
First pitch for Thompson is called for a strike. Singled his first time up. Or that's Senor Sean. Sorry if I'm not... Wasn't paying any attention to the chat. I was just trying to save a phone number for my second job. 0-1. That's fouled away. That's fouled away, strike 2. Three nothing Oklahoma City here in the second. Trying to win the first 3 games of the series. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to end the inning. But the Comets, 3 runs on 5 hits and a runner left. We go to the bottom of the second. Comets lead 3-0. In IRL deal, the River Cats have been outscored by the Comets 29-1.
Murphy.
And that's only game 2 of the series entering tonight in IRL. As you saw the stats of Tom Murphy. As that popped up, Broncho's under it, makes the catch, 1 away in the second.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, David Villar.
David Villard, as you saw his stats, 1 homer, 11 RBIs, 212 average. Batting right, first pitch for a ball. 1 for 4 with an RBI on Tuesday, did not play yesterday. Outside ball 2. Penrod made his debut. Of course, Bobby Miller was called up to the Dodgers. So that was outside. So Zach Penrod acquired in a trade from the Red Sox for a minor league pitcher. And here's a blooper to left field. Basabe is under it, make the catch. Or no, that's Aline who will make the catch. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Oklahoma City is the home team, but is batting, but they're not. Yara Pomares, you saw his stats there. 6 homers, 28 RBIs, 258 average, batting left, first pitch. That's called for a strike. Way low ball 1.
No, that's a ball.
That's inside ball 2. Swinging a miss, strike 2.
2-2.
At some point I will call Cheddars and let them know that, you know, I'm not going to be able to work this weekend because I just got my training schedule, so yeah. Probably may need to ask him to take me off the schedule for weekends as that's ball 4, referring to Cheddars. First walk allowed for Penrod, as here's Hunter Bishop. .215 average, 3 homers, 23 RBIs for Bishop. He's batting left. Check swing for a strike. I will start a VC with Sean as far as score checks today. How we're going to do score checks is going to be a TBD. As swing and a miss, strike 3. That one, the second. Nothing for the River Cats. We go to the third. Comets lead 3-0.
Leading off,
I'll bring up David Bodie.
The third baseman, David Bodie.
Popped up. Third baseman is under it. He'll make the catch. 1 away in the third.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan Ward.
Popped out his first time out for Ryan Ward. All 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer yesterday for Ward as he fouls it away. There's a ground ball over the first. There's 2 away in the third.
Now batting, catcher James McCann.
Sometime tomorrow, or I'll have to do it early in the morning. I have to go up to my bank, get my bank statement,
No, that's high.
so I can get this taken care of. As you saw, that's ball 1 to James McCann. So, yeah, we're going to be doing a double tomorrow, so... Or I'll be doing a double tomorrow. Of course, it'll be my first shift back at Cheddar's since the controversy that happened. I haven't worked since Father's Day. Then following that, I have to go to my other job for training. So, like I said, it's going to be very impossible. That's a ground ball to center field for a base hit. McCann will be on with two away here in the third. It's a 2-out single.
The batter, the second baseman.
So it's going to be very impossible for us to even get score checks done. Especially the fact that I have to be there at 4 for my training. I won't be off until 10. So, yeah. There's Broncho popped out his first time up. So the chances of us doing score checks is very much unlikely at this point. So we're going to have to see what happens. That's center field that one in the inning. No runs a hit, no runner left. Heading to the bottom of the third, the Comets lead 3-0 over Sacramento.
Leading off for the River
Brent Auerbach, 243, averaging homers, 31 RBIs, batting right. First pitch, check swing for a ball.
1-0. No, that's a ball. Nope, that's inside. Strike.
That's called for a strike.
2 strike.
Now it's a full count.
Ball 4.
Batting ninth, the first baseman, Matt.
That's ball 4. In IRL, Parent Club Los Angeles Dodgers trailing the
No ball. 1 strike.
Colorado Rockies. Actually, they already played. We'll talk about that. In IRL, they're trailing in the third 1-0. Clayton Kershaw is 6 strikeouts away from 3,000.
Ball.
We'll keep you updated on that.
Hey!
That's called for a strike. Sacramento's parent club, the San Francisco Giants, played this afternoon against the Miami Marlins.
Hey!
That's called for a strike. One away in the third.
Shortstop, Osley.
Slavies Basabe flew out his first time up.
Nope, ball 1. Ball 2.
That's outside.
2 balls. 1 strike.
Throw the first, not in time. Ground ball, that's fouled away. Ground ball. Second for 1, throw to first in time to end the third. So it is no runs, no hits, none left. We go to the fourth. Comets lead 3-0 over the River Cats.
Leading off for Oklahoma City, the designated hitter, Armando Alvarez.
Up.
1-1 to count for Alvarez. Swinging and a miss, strike 2.
1-2.
Next pitch. Swinging and a miss, strike 3. 1 away in the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder John Rhodes.
John Rhodes, who is 0 for 1 tonight.
Ball.
That's high for ball 1. Oof. And that's fouled away.
That's the ball.
Outside. No, I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow for Cheddar's, but I'm starting to question whether I should. It's out. That's fouled away. So when will score check? So the big question I know some people are going to be asking me, when will score checks be made up after today? As that swung on the miss, strike 3 for the second out of the 4th. That is TBD at this
Now
point.
batting, left fielder
So
Elaine.
for Saline, RBI single his first time up.
Ball. Inside. Hup. 1-1.
Sometime tonight I'll probably call him and get ready to tell him that I'm going to be I'll probably make that announcement sooner than later. That's fouled away. Or no, that's ground ball over the first. Comets are down in order. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 Oklahoma City. So I need to get my bank statement first thing in the morning, or if they can email, send it to me in the mail. That way I can get paid.
The designated hitter, Marco Luciano.
Marco Luciano.
Nope. Outside.
And that's fouled away.
Now batting, center
Or no,
fielder,
ground out. 1 away in the 4th.
Matos.
Luis Matos is up. 0 for 1 today. Over the first, not in time. First hit for the River Cats today.
Now batting,
They waited till the 8th inning to get a hit yesterday in this game. Now it'll be an infield single. Now bring up Tom Murphy. Here's the first pitch. Oh, first strike. Popped out his first time out. All first strike. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs in his last 9 games. That's popped up. One away here in the, or two away in the fourth, rather.
Now batting, the third baseman, David Villar.
David Villard is flew out his first time up, batting right. First pitch is called for a ball. The first not in time. That's a ground ball, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Two-out single with runners at first and second with two away here at the
Now
fourth.
batting, the left fielder, Jairo.
Jairo Marquez is up 0 for 1 today. There's a fly ball to left field, and that will be caught in the inning. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the fifth. Comets lead 3-0.
Leading off for Oklahoma City, the center fielder, Josue De Paula.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jordan Thompson.
Looks like a base hit for Oklahoma City. Went for 2 with a single tonight.
Runner.
That's got for the first out of the fifth, so Jordan Thompson retired.
Now batting,
Bring up David
third
Bodie.
baseman, David Bodie.
That's popped up. First baseman is under it. And that will be the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan Ward.
Say! That's a ball.
It's ball 1. Hi, 3 other people watching. I'm going to go muted so you don't have to hear my phone conversation.
Oh,
I'll probably do it after this inning because I have to talk to Cheddars.
no, that's a
Ball
ball.
3. James McCann on deck. That's called for a strike.
Careful.
And there's a blooper to center field. That's base hit. Now runners at the corners with two
Now
away.
batting, the catcher, James McCann.
Let's go. They're going to make a pitching change.
Now pitching for the River Cats, number 39, Miguel.
Miguel Diaz is
Diaz.
the new pitcher for the River Cats. You see his stats. There's a fly ball to left field. That is going back. Makes the catch. Now in the inning. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th, halfway through here in Sacktown. 3-0 Comets.
Leading off for the River Cats, the right fielder, Hunter Bishop.
Hunter Bishop is up. So halfway through the game. Go ahead and let the announcer take over while I make a phone call.
It's time for 200, and that's a hittable pitch, but not what he was looking for. Early in the count, it's okay to take that. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. This has been a solid outing for him, and a lot of that is because he keeps pounding the zone like he did with that low fastball. They try to get a chase on a slider down and away. Chases in the dirt, slider there. Collects, fires to first. In time, 1 away on the strikeout.
Now batting, second baseman, Brett.
Here's the second baseman, Brett Auerbach. 1 run batted in yesterday, and that was their only run of the game. And it's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the AB going with the foul ball. And here's the 0-2. Ball 1 there.
1-2.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Bottom half of the 5th. Way
Balls, 2
outside.
strikes.
Cut on and miss. That's a strikeout. So up next,
Now
Matt
batting,
Higgins.
first baseman,
Went hitless in
Matt
4 at-bats yesterday.
Higgins.
Close, but called a ball. 2 outs, bases empty. And another ball. That one's spoiled, and it's now 2-1. Swing and a miss out front that time.
2-2.
Fine work in this one, just one strike away from a 5th shutout frame. And he goes down on strikes. Nice job out there as he gets them 1-2-3. They're set down 1-2-3. On to the top half of inning number 6. And now, Aaron Bracho. Diaz, 30 years old now, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Labeled on a line to center. One down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Armando.
Next up, the designated hitter, Armando Alvarez.
That's out the corner.
Activity in the bullpen. Spencer Bivens, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And 1-2. That sinking fastball looks really hittable out of the hand, but the late movement just makes it dive under the bat. Battling here, fouls it away. One and two, here's the pitch. Close one, but doesn't get the call. That's a break for the hitter. I think that was strike 3. Pops it up to the right side of the infield. And now 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, John Rose.
And now the right fielder, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Puts this one in the air down the line. Towards the line, looking up, makes a one-handed catch. We move on to the bottom of inning number 6. Oklahoma City on top here, 3-0. Back in West Sacramento, I've been going in the booth. And leading off the bottom of the 6th, Oslavis Basabe. And foul ball. In the dirt.
1-1.
He hits a fly to center. DePaula under this one. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
So digging in, Marco Luciano.
Luciano.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1. The River Cats trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch in for a strike.
Ball.
Fights that one off. We'll reset and do it again. 1-2 now. And goes down on strikes. That's out number 2. Pitcher and catcher obviously in sync right now. Just rolling out there.
Center fielder, Luis.
And now the center fielder, Luis Matos. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. The 0-1 offering. The skipper needs to settle his players down out there. They're playing tight, and it's hurting them. Comes up empty, strike two. That's some great arm action from him to sell the changeup. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. Two outs and nobody aboard. Way high there. Pretty far inside and gets out of the way. That'll back him up a bit. Got the batter swinging. Picks up the 7th strikeout of the ball game. 7th inning up next. Oklahoma City with the lead, 3-0.
Now pitching.
So they turn things over to the righty, Spencer
Number
Bivens.
76.
This game is still pretty tight, so he has to give the bats a chance and keep it close. No mistake pitches. Bubba
Leading
Aline
off
getting
for
ready to hit.
Oklahoma City, the left fielder, number 30, Chris Aline.
Popped up. Higgins. And there's one away.
The batter, the center fielder, Josue De Paula.
Here's the center fielder, Josue De Paula. Late on that fastball. Pitcher blew that by him at the plate, and I'm sure he's smiling after that. If the hitter's laying low, though, it could get interesting later in the AB. Oh, 0-1 now. That catches the corner.
0-2.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Struck out looking for the backwards K. 2 away now to start the 7th.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Jordan Thompson
Jordan
digs in now. 1 for 3.
Thompson.
Strike. Whoa.
Right through there for a strike. Fly ball left field, Pomares. And that is out number 3. Time to stretch. Oklahoma City lead it 3-0. Bottom of the 7th.
Leading off,
Tom Murphy.
the catcher, Tom Murphy.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Zach Jackson up and loosening in the pen. Garcia getting cranked up as well. Close but ruled a ball. And that one fouled off. That's the kind of pitch he likes to hammer a bit away so he can extend the arms. This time, though, he wasn't quite able to square it up. Off the mark there. Ball 2. In the air, right field. And that is a foul ball. Looked like he was sitting off speed fouling that fastball back. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Punches that one away with 2 strikes. Grounder to the left side. And foul ball. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And the slider just misses. No reason to get over-aggressive in this 3-ball count. They've been really quiet at the plate, so they need base runners first and foremost. Skies it out towards left center. 1 away.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, David Villar.
Villar.
Oh and 1.
No ball.
1 out
strike.
and the base is empty. Strike on the inside corner. Spoils the 2-strike offering. Another coming up. Next offering misses. And the count 1-2. 13 pitches thrown already this inning, and just the second batter he's faced. They are really putting him through his paces. Line drive, and it's caught.
Now batting, left fielder, Jairo Pomares.
Jairo Pomares now at the plate. Fouls one off, out of play, back to our left. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
1-1. Ball outside.
2 down and nobody aboard. You're in the bottom of the 7th, just past the stretch. So now a full count with another power hitter waiting on deck. Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a miss. And it's 3 up and 3 down in this inning. We're at the end of 7. Oklahoma City have the lead, 3-0. We're in the top of the 8th. Now the third baseman, David Bodie.
David Bodie.
On the ground, right side. Flip to the pitcher covering.
The batter, the first baseman, Ryan Ward.
Ryan Ward, the next to hit. That one in the dirt.
1-0.
Here's the 1-0 offering. A swing and a miss. What a sinker he's got. Tons of dive on that pitch. Usually a sinker is designed to get ground outs, but he gets batters to swing and miss at it. Off the mark there. Full count now.
Count full.
Payoff pitch. Down in the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first, and there's two gone following the strikeout.
Now batting, the catcher, James.
Here's the catcher,
McCann.
James McCann.
Ball one.
2 outs, bases empty. And a ground ball to first. Fair ball. Around first and digging for second. Here comes the throw. In safely with a double, second of the day. And he's put together quite a game at the plate. Smoked that through the infield for a base hit. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Sorry about that, y'all.
And a runner in scoring position here. And now
So we got a runner at second, so nothing has happened while I was gone. And I will say this, everybody, it is now official. I will be leaving Cheddar's next week. So next week is going to be my last week working for Cheddar's. Or, don't know when my last day will be for Cheddar's. So... So, yeah. That's outside. So, you know, with the decision, I had a lot to think about. And
2 outs and a runner in scoring position.
Look, I love my job as much as, you know, as far as everything is concerned, but, you know, when you have to come to a point, this next pitch is outside for a strike. But, you know, when I took this job at Main Event, and I'm going to be starting to make more money over there, or getting ready to start making more money over there, now I can focus my attention on Main Event. Swing and a miss, strike 3 to end the inning, no runs, a hit, and a runner left.
They're on top by a count of 3-0.
Going to the bottom of the 8th, 3-0 Comets. Go ahead and shut the announcer up. 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Comets. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the River Cats.
Now pitching for Oklahoma
That's Zach
City.
Jackson.
Number 61.
Will come into the game.
Zach Jackson.
I'll be right back, guys.
Leading off for the River Cats, the right fielder, Hunter Bishop.
Yeah. 0-1. Nope, that's high. Huh. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now batting, the second baseman, Brett Auerbach.
No ball, 1 strike.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Higgins.
Ball.
Alright, I'm back. Looks like nothing happened for the River Cats as we now head to the
Leading off
ninth.
For Oklahoma City, the designated hitter,
All right.
Armando Alvarez.
Armando Alvarez will start the top of the ninth.
Nope. Ball one.
Now batting, right fielder, John Rose.
Next pitch is outside. It's the first time I've ever quit a job in my life.
No.
That's outside, so it's going to really feel emotional. You know, going through the emotions of, you know, what to expect.
Nope. That's off the plate.
That's outside ball 3. But I'll get through it eventually. At least I have a job that will make me happy and, you know, as that's called, first strike. So it's going to be emotional for me saying goodbye, but, you know, the decision had to be made, and, you know, it had to be made, so. Hope everybody in the chat understands and respects the difficult decision, but, you know, gives me a chance to focus on one awesome opportunity main event has given me, so. I'll finish out my tenure at Cheddar's and then continue my tenure over at main event, so. It's only on the schedule for 2 more weeks at Cheddar's and then be done. So it's going to be a really good play, but at least they'll respect the decision. So I'm ready to prove the main event why I made the right decision by joining them in a short amount of time. So what Miss Pat has taught me, I just want to text her and tell her, yeah, thank you for the opportunity. So we will start for the double shift tomorrow. I can now focus on my main event on Saturday, so that's good. At least I have that to look forward to. First pitch is outside. Rivercats trying to avoid getting shut out. That's a ground ball to center field. That's a base hit.
Now batting, shortstop, Jordan Thompson.
I'll bring up Jordan Thompson.
That's a ball. 1-0. Strike. Ooh. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2. 2-1.
Two is fouled away. After this game is over, we'll have your Comets post-game report presented by Whataburger.
Okay.
Three, two. There's a blooper to right field. That's foul. So we'll recap the scoring. One last look around the rest of the minor league scores. And the Dodgers organization present the play of the game and a preview tomorrow. That's the ninth. No runs, 1 hit, and a runner left. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Rivercats, down 3-0.
Now pitching for Oklahoma City.
As Brewstar Grotterol will close it out.
Brewstar Grotterol. Leading off for the Rivercats, the shortstop, Levy. The Stave.
First pitch, fouled away. Good thing I got this game started because we have thunderstorms coming in my area, or getting closer. So the closer we get this game done, the closer we can quickly sign off. Over the first, 1 away in the ninth.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Marco Luciano.
Marco Luciano up. Strikeout and 2 pop-outs here. Here. There's a ground ball over the first. Rivercats down their final out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Luis Matos.
Have to put the Luis Matos, the last chance for the Rivercats. Called for a strike. 0-1 in the count. Switch. Out of the way. Comets strike 3, and that will end the game. Comets win 3-0. They take a 3-0 series lead. A good run for Zach Penrod, who comes from Worcester to go to 2-0 and 5-8 on the year. 3-11-0 for the Comets, 2-0-2-0 for the River Cats. And now the Comets will look for a series win tomorrow. We'll start the post-game report now. They held the River Cats only 2 hits on the game. No home runs were hit for either team, so there you go. So Zach Penrod, 2 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Grotero retired all 3 batters he faced to pick up his 20th save. Mason Black took the loss. He's 4-10, 3 runs, 8 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts, 4-10. Comets left 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8 runners were left on base for the Comets. No runs on 2 hits, no errors for the River Cats. They left 2, 3, 4 runners were left on base for the River Cats. So 8 runners for the Comets, 4 for the River Cats. As we now begin the Whataburger post-game report as usual. Let's take a look at scores around the rest of the International and the PCL. First, let's see what a roster. So we got Damon Keith called up to the Comets. Look at the rest of the International, the PCL. Norfolk beat Gwinnett 5-4. Winning pitcher for the Tide was Colton Shelby. He's 4-1. Sir Anthony Dominguez, his 16th save. The loss went to Jake Dykeman. He's 2-5. Chase Shreve got his 3rd blown save. Luke Williams, Brian De La Cruz, Jose Devers, and Chadwick Trump had RBIs. Not Trump, like Tromp, referring to for the Stripers. Hudson Haskin, David Banuelos had home runs for the Tide, and Ramos Urias had 2 RBIs for Norfolk in the win. Lehigh Valley beat Buffalo 3-2. Alan Rangel got the win in terms of 5-3. Joe Cunell's 20th save. The loss to Richard Gallardo, he's 1-2. Looks like we got this game in before it started raining. Leandro Pendina had a 3-run homer for the Iron Pigs. Will Robertson, Christian Bendecourt had RBIs for the Bison. Durham beat Memphis 2-1. Winning pitcher for the Bulls was Manuel Rodriguez. He's 1-2. The loss goes to Chris Roycroft. He's 4-2. Luke Baker had the only RBI for the Redbirds. Bobby Seymour Cooper Kenny had RBIs for Durham in the contest. Worcester beat Wilkes-Barre Scranton 3-2. Winning pitcher was Matt Moore. He is 2-4. The loss goes to Scott Elfross. His first loss. He's 0-1. Mark Savari had a 2-run homer for the Red Sox. Philip Sykes had an RBI for Worcester in the contest. Pablo Reyes Yorbit Vivas had the 2 RBIs for the Rail Riders in the loss. Indianapolis beat Columbus 8-7. Bert Smith gets his first one. He's 1-0. Peter Sterilik, it's 11th save. The loss goes to Dino Espino. He's 3-7. Joe Lamp, Will Wilson had home runs for the Clippers. Lamp had 5 RBIs on the day. George Valera had an RBI for Columbus. Sammy Sonali, DJ Stewart, Josh Palcaccio, and Billy Cook had RBIs for Indianapolis. Syracuse beat Rochester 5-4, Winning pitcher for the Mets was Christian Scott. He's 7-7. Ryan Stanek's 7th save. The loss goes to Mike Soroka. His first loss, he's 0-1. Joey Menendez had a home run for the Mets. Ryan Clifford, Drew Gilbert, and Zachary had RBIs for Syracuse. Andrew Pickney had a 2-run homer for the Red Wings. Seaver King and Darian Baker had RBIs for Rochester. Toledo beat Charlotte 4-1. Winning pitcher for the Mud Hens was Tyler Matheson. He's 5-5. Brendan Hanafy's 9th save. He lost to Noah Schultz. He's 3-5. Zach DeLuch had an RBI for the Knights. Trey Cruz had a 2-run homer for the Mud Hens. Big League Majors Justin Bigby had RBIs as well for Toledo. Nashville beat Jacksonville 3-2. Winning pitcher for the Sounds, you saw who got the loss. Chad Patrick got his first win. He's 1-4. Tyler J's 4th blown save. Nick Mears' 16th save. Lost to George Serrano. He's 1-4. Manuel Margot, Matthew Wood, Isaac Collins had RBIs for the Sounds. Tyler Callahan had the only RBI for the Jumbo Shrimp. Iowa shut out Omaha 2-0 as they held the Storm Chasers to only 1 hit on the day. Javier Assad got the win at 3-3. Phil Bickford's 30th save. Chandler Champagne, the loss, he's 1-11. Only run scored in the contest for the I-Cubs was Benjamin Cowell and Moses Ballesteros RBIs for the I-Cubs in the victory. Last but not least, for the International League, St. Paul beat Louisville 3-1. Winning pitcher for the Saints was Jorg Alcala. He's 2-6. Michael Tompkins, 21st save. Ian Galbout, the loss 1-2, he falls to. Matthew Nelson had the only RBI for Louisville. Michael Ford and Junior Silverino had the RBIs for St. Paul. Now to the PCL scoreboard. Round Rock beat Tacoma 9-3. Winning pitcher for the Express was Adrian Hauser. His first win, he's 1-0. The loss to Shannon Peavyhouse, he's falls to 1-2. Caden Polkovich, Michael Rorio, and Ben Williamson had RBIs for the Rainiers in the contest. As I actually need to see what's going on. Okay, there we go. Trevor Halberg had a 2-run homer for the Express. Aaron Zavala, Josh Hatcher, Cody Freeman, Kevin Pollard also had the RBIs for the E-Train. Salt Lake shut out Reno 10-0 at Greater Nevada Field. Dakota Hudson got the win. Improves to 9-6. Sam Bachman's 2nd save. Hubert Diaz, the loss, he falls to 3-4. Only runs scored for the Bees were Anthony Mulrine's RBI, Chad Stevens had an RBI, Oli Varera's RBI, David Calabrese, Christian Moore, and Tucker Flint's RBIs for Salt Lake in the win. El Paso beat Sugarland 4-1. Victor Lazaraga got the winning Bruce of 4-6. Wandy Peralta's 10th save. He lost, went to Colton Gordon. He's 5-6. Brendan Rogers had the only RBI double for the Space Cowboys. Cobb Hightower, Brendan Valenzuela, and Joshua Mears had RBIs for the Chihuahuas in the contest. Las Vegas beat Albuquerque 5-1. Winning pitcher was Gunnar Holland. He's 4-5. Hogan Harris's first save. He lost to Jack O'Loughlin. He's 7-6. Aaron Shunk had the only home run for the Isotopes. Drew Avens, Tyler Soderstrom had the home runs for the Isotopes. Luis Reyes and Morgan Davidson also had 2 RBIs for the Isotopes in the contest. Yes, I love doing my Aviator Maki. Anyway, Los Angeles Dodgers defeat the Colorado Rockies 4-1 as they sweep the Rockies. Winning pitcher Blake Snell, he's 11-0. Jake Wolford, the loss, he's 3-5. Runs scored in the game, and Tanner Scott, 31st save on the year. Shohei Ohtani, Max Muncy, Hai-Sung Kim had RBIs. No home runs for the Dodgers at Coors Field. 1 run, 4 hits, no walks, 12 strikeouts for Blake Snell. In the game, Jacob Stelling had the RBI for the Rockies. Wolfer went 3 in the third innings, 4 runs, 2 earned, 7 hits to 1 walk, 2 strikeouts to drop to 3-5. Dodgers have swept the Colorado Rockies. They will be in Kansas City tomorrow. Tyler Glasnow for the Dodgers, taking on Seth Lugo for the Royals at Kauffman Stadium. Around the Dodgers minor league system, Double-A Tulsa continuing their winning ways as they won the first 3 games of the series at Frisco 2-0. Nick Frosto got the winning Bruce of 4-2. The loss to Jake Lights. He's 4-3. Drillers have now won 3 in a row. 4 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Jose Hernandez is 27th save. Nick Vivenson, Miles Mastroboni had the only run scored in the game for the Drillers as Frisco starter, Jake Latz, 2 runs, 3 hits, no walks, and a strikeout gets the loss. They'll continue that series tomorrow in Frisco. We continue our series tomorrow as the Comets kick for 4 in a row and win the series, the first of 2 meetings at Sacramento. Another 8:45 first pitch. Gavin Stone will look to bounce back from a struggle against the Express. Or no, he's coming off Gavin Stone coming off a loss against Reno, so he hadn't pitched in a while. He's 5-2 with a 4.17 earned run average. He'll take on Carson Seymour of the River Cats. He's 4-4 with a 3.82 earned run average. Another 8:45 first pitch tomorrow. We're on the air at 8:30 with Comets on deck here on 1340 The Game, 1340thegame.com, or on the iHeartRadio app. Comets win it 3-0. As I don't know who was calling me on the phone. 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Comets. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the River Cats. Winning pitcher was Zach Penrod. He is 5-8 and 2-0 with Oklahoma City. Bruce Stark-Rotterall's 20th save. Mason Black, the loss. He falls to 4-10. Comets are 3-0 in the second half, 48-30 overall. The River Cats are 0-3 in the second half. They fall to 34-44. For our producer and engineer, Chloe Erickson, back in our 1340 studios in Oklahoma City, I'm Dean DeVos saying good night from Sutter Health Park here in Sacramento, California. Thanks as always for joining us. We appreciate your listenership and your support and hope you will join us again tomorrow. You've been listening to OKC Comets Baseball, presented by H&H Shooting Sports.